as you know, as always, if you are new here, what are you waiting for? A lot of people watch these videos that haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe, okay? It's just a simple click, so you don't have to keep coming back on this channel, checking back, you know. It's just easy and convenient. You get notified in your subscription feed that my videos are there, and that's so much easier than wasting your precious time, you know. I also have a website called Bomboni.com, and I offer many amazing services on there. And I offer things like tarot reading, for example. And if you have a question for me, you're asking about your life, you're unsure about something, you're asking about your purpose, your love life, money, whatever, I offer a lot of guidance, okay? And people keep coming back month after month for years, and they love it, and there's a lot of testimony from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. So I look forward to seeing you on there. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna keep it simple, short and sweet today. A lot of whack energies going around. Feeling better today, but a lot of stuff is coming through. And one of the things I was really pondering about was going back, and I thought this would be a great subject for a video for some people who maybe have been considering going back to that old friend or their ex-partner, or, you know, maybe they stopped communicating with a parent that was very toxic, and so in general, whatever it is, maybe going back and moving again back to where you used to live, or just in general going back to your past, and why it's, for 99% of the time, maybe not worth it, okay? And I know in my experience, at least in this life, it has not been worth it to go back and relive the same pattern, relive the same things, the same days I used to, and expect it to be better, right? Like, we think in our mind that it didn't work at that time in that era of our life, but it's gonna work now. Just because we're like an improved, upgraded version. No. You're actually not upgrading and not improving yourself if you go back. So, whatever going back means to you. So maybe you've been considering lately reaching back out to that person you blocked, like I have. And, you know, you have to stop yourself in that moment and ask, is this really the best thing for me? Is this for my highest good, my highest intention? Like, what is my intention to begin with, right? What would I be expecting as a result of this? Will it disturb me in my spirit if I don't get what I'm looking for? Will it disturb my peace if they reject me and say, no, you block me, don't talk to me, okay? Like, I'm done with you. Or, you know, what if you moving back is making you even more miserable, right? What if it doesn't give you what you're looking for? So make sure you check into those things, okay? Maybe you have a recurring pattern of your life of going back and repeating those patterns, and you constantly do this. Like, maybe you are just haven't been much accelerating ahead for you. You have to let it go first. And this is tried and true testimony from many, many people. Everyone who's lived on this planet. If you've had your soul assigned to come on this planet, you've probably made that mistake. Okay? You've probably looked back and had to realize not to do that again, right? So I'm here to tell you it's not worth it to go back. You left for a reason. You left that, again, thing, person, situation for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna repeat myself. You left for a reason. Maybe you've forgotten the reason. Maybe you've given yourself so much time away from that. I'll just keep saying thing, but you know what I mean. Thing could mean person, thing could mean place, thing could mean whatever, noun, okay? And because you've given yourself so much time away from the thing, you forgot why you left to begin with. You forgot the pain that thing caused. You forgot that the thing is not worth it. It's like an addiction, okay? It's like an addiction to something, okay? It's being addicted to, almost like you're feeding yourself that pain again. Or, you always think there's unfinished business with the thing, and you have yet to explore the depths of each other completely, but that's not true. If you left, you made that choice, you made that decision to leave for a specific purpose. That purpose in itself you should follow. You should obey that heart's purpose. And you are actually disrespecting yourself and your boundaries by continuing with the constant cycle, okay? I know what I'm talking about, because I've been through it before. It's like an addiction. It's like you are just constantly replaying the same pattern, and we have to undo that in our mind. And it's hard, I know, and I'm still making that mistake, probably to this day, I don't know if I will ever perfect it. I don't know if anyone will, because our mind is always going to want to say differently. And we're all different. So in a weird way, like maybe some of your minds will replay the pattern or the anxiety. Some of your minds will try to make up stories that are better to make you convinced that it's worth it to go back. And sometimes you'll just feel numb and blank, and hey, sometimes all of the above. And so you just gotta handle it how it comes, but you have to realize there's only one choice. It's not worth it to go back. What helps personally not go back is doing crystal energy work. Today I picked clear quartz, and I'm wearing white. I'm kind of in that light vibration mood. Starting to just learn about the SS light beings, easy, and I've always known about activating the light codes and stuff, but like learning more in detail and specifics, and the Pleiadian Stargate, and like all this stuff that is just like now coming to light, which I've kept hearing about but never really knew much of. The spiritual, the deeply spiritual, is what helps me not look back, because I realized that that's not going to fulfill my spiritual purpose. So clear quartz right now today is helping clear that negative energy I went through yesterday and reminding me of that purpose, that fulfillment within, that keeps me going, so that I don't have to depend or rely on people for my problem. It all comes within. If you are seeking someone for answers, you're not doing it the right way. Well, there's no right or wrong way in life, but you're not heading down the correct path, at least least temporarily. You'll figure it out eventually, but you should never rely on man for answers. Not even me, okay? I want you to tap into what you know inside of you already, okay? So, I'm always reminding people to tap into their own inner guidance. You know, even when I do tarot readings, it's like I can tell you so much information, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Take what you will, leave what you won't. That's why I always say that. So, let this be a reminder to you, and maybe some crystal healing will help you to activate your internal grids, internal light work. We all have crystals in us. Did you know that? Yeah, we actually have gold inside of us. Did you know that? Yeah, you have gold running through you. Very small, minuscule amounts, but nonetheless, you do have it. So, I have to say that we want to activate that crystal within you. You are the crystal. Okay? Connect. That's why you're connecting to this. It's like, let's put it this way. A Wi-Fi can only connect to your phone, your TV. The Bluetooth, same thing. It cannot connect to a book, a candle, right? So, how are you able to connect? Think about it. How are you able to connect to a crystal? Because you have it, right? Like, that's why you have the connective ability, just like Wi-Fi connect to the Wi-Fi chip thingy in the computer, right? Makes sense? How can you connect to other people? There's something in you that you have that is within others as well. So, this is why you can connect with these things. Okay? Maybe you've lost your connection because you lost the thing inside of you. I just, mic drop, crystal drop. So this is why it's important to have a certain healthy, nutritious diet so that, even copper, we have copper within us, eat your pistachios, right? They're so important. I think back to our old ancient culture. I'm not Turkish, but Turkish has been an influence in Macedonia for many centuries, and they use a lot of pistachios in their baklava, in their sweets. And so I'm thinking, wow, they must really be able to tap in because they have all those nutrients, right? Put a crystal to your third eye. Me just talking about this stuff, I almost forgot what we're here to talk about to begin with. That's how awesome it is. It's like, when I use these stones, I'm telling you right now, especially high vibration stones like this, you're like, what was I even worried about? I just totally forgot, which is fun. What was I even worried about to begin with? And the reason I wear white today is because actually a lot of light workers, energy healers, they have to wear white is because it is absorbing away the negative energy. It's pure, it's clean. When you wear dark colors, you tend to feel more low vibration. I used to wear a lot of them, like black and brown. And sometimes still do, but it's it's a different vibration. You feel it right away. But I'm not a fan of white. I don't know, but I kind of have to really be drawn to it this particular day to wear it. But I'm a work in progress, like we all are. But crystals really help. Lately, I have just been feeling really low, even using lower vibration stones. Grounding stones are too grounding. I needed something to pick me up and lift me up, my spirits high, because the energies are bad right now. There's a lot of bad energy in this world, and some people are more sensitive to it than others, and we have to tap into our inner truth and speak it, not be afraid, okay? So don't let anyone take that light from you, okay? And intuitively if something is trying to stay away from or stick it with you somewhere, okay? Because there's a lot of energies that even like influence us and make us forget. So please write it down. I'm journaling everything now, like every information I'm picking up through the downloads, the light codes. Like, yeah, I'm quick to write that in I run to my notebook with a pen, and I remain obedient to that because I know I could forget tomorrow. So remind yourself, okay? No one can take that from you. So yeah, it may or may not make sense to some people. Some people will be like, Tony, what are you talking about? Just trust me, okay? Trust and believe, sister. Okay, so my brothers and sisters, you guys are like family to me, but yeah, here it is. Oh, that's why it never made sense to call you friends. It didn't feel right. You guys are my family. That just downloaded as well. You guys are family to me. Like, yeah, that's even more special and important than friendship, right? Truly, truly, that makes sense now. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Like, I'm just feeling such a positive vibration right now that I even, like, what was I even looking back for? What was I even worried about, right? Like, maybe you're thinking the same thing. What was I looking in my past for when I have this beautiful, precious moment right here, right now, in this very moment in time? I don't need to go back to that toxic person. I don't need to go back to that situation that will never bring me true, and I mean true, ultimate peace and happiness, okay? That's what we all aspire to have, right? It's a gift. It's literally a God-given gift. It's so rare. Even the Buddha couldn't achieve it in his lifetime. He had went through so much pain and suffering and put himself through so much, and people tried to discredit him and stuff like that. So that's what the light workers have to go through sometimes, and I know you guys are that light worker. We all are. We have to tap into our inner light worker. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, they're this person responsible for, maybe some people I do believe are assigned here, like they're like a gatekeeper, or they're, opening these dimension portals and stuff like that. But they're everywhere. They're through all of us. If this vibes with you, you probably are, if you get what I'm trying to say. Even, in a metaphorical sense, I obviously can't say, like, everything I really truly want to say at all times, because, it might be too far out there for some, but, you get it, right? So, just ask your guides, lie down, close your eyes, talk to God, whoever universe you want to connect with, and ask, what am I doing here? Why am I here, right? Like, do the deep, important spiritual work instead of asking, like, well, you could do that too, but what I'm trying to say is shift. Okay, now's the time to shift. Now's the time not to ask, like, am I supposed to go back to that person or not? When the universe is literally trying to open a communicative channel to you right now and let you know that now's the time to focus on higher things and to level up your game. Wouldn't you want to level up like 6 months from now, going into 2023? Look back and say, and this is the only appropriate time to look back and say, dang, I went far. Thanks, spirit guides, because you helped me get through that, and I'm not even focused on that person anymore, because that person didn't even know what I was talking about. That person didn't even know nothing about no stinking light codes or nothing, no Pleiadian, no nothing like that. Like, they looked at me like I was like a crazy person, so you gotta think about these things sometimes in a different perspective. You always want to shift the lens in which you view the world, rather than viewing it in a negative light, like, oh, I have so much overbearing anxiety and fear and paranoia. You want to say that these are just experiences. They pass like a wave. As they say, ride the wave, right, of emotion. And I am not these experiences. I'm not defined by it, but I am in fact a person that is just different. Like, I will experience different things day in and day out, even if it might seem wacko. I have to go through that for a reason. Okay, parts of me are coming out and expressing themselves. Look at me yesterday. I was in my car putting my makeup and thinking that, I'm like a certain type of person, and then today I'm just all like hallelujah, like zen, calm, spiritual. So, sometimes you have to do what helps you get through, and a lot of people don't believe in this stuff. A lot of people are, just not connecting with it, and that's okay. That's their soul journey, that's their soul mission. I respect it completely. We're still all trying to figure out our mission, but yeah, we're all the same in a sense, right? Like, that's why I don't buy into when someone's like, oh, I'm here to, I don't know, open the rainbow gate and the something about, I don't know, like they think they're the only one with that assignment. I'm like, really? There's probably someone in Hawaii doing the same thing as you. Like, no, honey, you're not the only one, okay? So, make sure that, this doesn't get to you so deeply that it makes you think like you're the only one, or you're alone, or you're so extraordinarily unique and special that you're the only one. That's not true. You're never alone. And I'm sure there's someone out there, but it's far and few between that it may feel like you're alone. Again, talk to your guides, ask them how many of me are there, we're all, again, so unique and different, and things are changing now, and the tables have turned in this world. You ever notice that? Certain people have had so much influence and power for so long, and now that's changing. And now is the time for others who have been held back to rule. It's, in a sense, biblical, so we have to respect that. That's the timeline, and that's the shift we're experiencing. So, sorry to get so deeply, profoundly spiritual, but again, do you see why it's not worth going back? Because you're just going back to that old timeline, and you're gonna regret it. Like, you're so gonna be in, like, falling behind. You're just gonna fall back, and no one wants to be left behind, everything is changing. Everything. And I'm so happy that so many more people are noticing. Holy cow, people you go see in the store, and then they're talking about certain things, and like a lot of people are realizing a lot more. And I swear, like, the beginning of this year was only like 10% of people. Now it's like 50 plus, and it's amazing. It's amazing the shift that already is taking place, and it makes me so happy. Really, like, yeah, so happy, deeply. That means it's working, and I want you to trust in that's working. Okay, enough of that. I wanted to relax you a bit with this Zen Garden Calm, and kind of just gently put it over your face and scrape away that insecurity, scrape away that old negativity, that old doubt in your mind that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you think you're less than. I know the feeling. I can only speak on behalf of what I've experienced and what I know. Trust me, I have these same thoughts and feelings as you, because we're all the same. It doesn't matter how we look. It doesn't matter how we look. It doesn't matter how we look. It doesn't matter what zip code you live in. It doesn't matter how much money you make. We're the same. They want us to forget that we're the same. same, remember? I want you to know that, okay? This is all an illusion, everything, like, yeah. And remember, what's not eternal is not real. This, behind me, all this stuff is not real, it's not eternal, this is not. This, the flesh, the skin is not. This thing is not. You are. You are eternal soul. And it's not worth going back. You know it. You know it. Like queen or king watching at home. You are awesome. Like, yeah, you are eternal soul. Look around you for a bit. How much do you have? Like, how much have you actually accomplished in life? And ignore that thought that says you haven't accomplished much. Look around. Think. If you can do all of that as soul, how much more can you do through the rest of your life? That's how awesome you are. You are so incredible. And you know that by going back, you're only going to take that away from you. Those people are there to steal and destroy you. Steal what you have, your hard work, time, energy, and resources. I do believe that there's some severe, like, people that are like energy suckers, and it takes a while to heal and recover from that. They see you a success, they see you doing well, prospering, thriving, and then they just latch onto you. Some poopsie actually gave me a good metaphor. It's like mosquitoes to the light, and then they get zapped because they don't know who they're messing with. But not in a mean way, but like, zap, I'm gonna zap the light in you because you need it, honey. Here's a crystal, right? Like a perfect gift to give someone is a crystal for sure. But what I'm trying to say is that the dark forces are drawn to light, because that's not what they have. They want what the light is. So mosquito to light. So when you're at your best, try not to absorb those type of energies, and you'll sense it, you'll feel it, like you'll notice the difference. Okay, you will. Sometimes even people who just are like the best of light workers, if there's any out there that have been doing this stuff for like 30-40 years, sometimes they still fall prey to them, because we all have a big heart, right? And we feel bad, and we sympathize, and then we let someone take advantage. So, since you are this light worker on this planet, most likely, I want you not to forget that. Maybe write that down as well. You know, maybe we don't know for sure, but write it down as a memory, as a thought, you know, so you can look back and say, why did I write that? Maybe there's more to this story. Maybe there's something here. I would rather say maybe there's unfinished business about me and my spiritual journey on this planet than there's unfinished business with that person I blocked. I'm just saying. So I'm going to use the back of this now, so it's more soft and gentle. Breathe in. Breathe in. And let go. Let go now completely of all these thoughts. I said what I said. Look forward to your new future. It's going to get so much better. Even if it's not yet, it will. Eventually, all good things come. You've been through hard times before. And guess what? You got through, didn't you? That's right. You have a track record of getting through. I'd rather a track record of getting through than a track record of looking back at my past. I'm just saying. But if you do happen to go back, be at peace with your decision. Only do it if you're able to be at peace with your decision, because it's not worth it to feel guilt. The to resent yourself, to hate yourself for doing it. It's not worth it to, punish yourself by continuously cycling backwards in an infinite loop. Just accept it. Accept this is how you are and naturally let it go. Accept and you can move on. It's a process. It takes some time.